We all know that the UK job market is tough. However, there's still job opportunities for people who got the right skill set and experience. So today I'm going to cover a success story of someone who got a job directly from India in NHS as a data engineer. So if you want to learn everything from her journey, how she applied, why was she rejected initially, how did she clear her interview and other bits, make sure you stay with me till the end of this video. So without any further delay, let's get started by introducing you guys to Sneha. Hey Sneha, welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy. And if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself to my audience, please?
Hey, hi Sarika. So myself Sneha. So I was working as a data engineer in India at Walmart. So I have approximately 8 years of experience, and currently I'm associated with NHS England as a senior data manager or senior data engineer. So I had directly got a job from India. So I had come got a job as a senior data engineer from India.
Okay, congratulations, massive congratulations. Because first of all, not too many people know that they can apply job directly from India in the UK and other parts of the European country as well, or any other part. And secondly, getting a job directly from India is not easy, but you have done that. So massive congratulations. So
Thank you.
today we are going to talk about your journey, the whole journey, how you started, how did you land a job, your interview process, so that it will benefit my audience. So my first question is, how did you actually know that you could apply for jobs sitting in India? Because most of my audience still don't know. I'm making videos for a very long time, 4 to 5 years, but still there are a lot of people out there. They don't know that they can apply for jobs. So how did you know that you can do that?
Initially, I got this information from some of my colleagues that we can apply directly from India for abroad opportunities. So I had Googled it out and got some couple of websites where we can directly apply from India for any jobs in European countries or any other country.
Okay. What are the job sites did you generally use to do your job search?
Yeah, so I had used LinkedIn. So LinkedIn was the most important platform which I had tried to do because I had 8 years experience, around like 6 years experience around that time. So mostly I had used LinkedIn. Track Jobs was the site which I tried to apply for NHS jobs because there was similar profiles for my role, and also like other startup, like there are some startup websites also. So if we Google out what are the roles which are associated with that startups, then you can just apply to their posting or their company.
Okay. And were you aware of NHS? Like, I didn't know that people back in India, they know about NHS. How did you come to know about NHS?
Okay, so I had like my sis cousins who were like working as a nurse in NHS. So I also knew that there are like not only the nursing section, it has an information technology section, IT section also.
Correct. Yeah. Okay, good. That's why you are informed. Yeah. You had somebody in the family informing
Yeah.
or telling you, right? Okay. Let's talk about your application process. So, how long did it take for you to apply and finally get the job offer in hand?
Approximately 3 to 4 months. So that was the timeline.
Okay. That's okay because in the UK, 3 months is generally we say on average. And given that nowadays, COS approval, visa approval is
Yeah.
even taking 6 months. So I would say 3 to 4 months is on average pretty good. So let's talk about your journey. When you applied for the job, how many rejections did you get first before even getting the success letter from NHS?
Okay, so that's really a good question. So the rejection, like I had got countless rejections. Once we apply, like I think I've applied for like more than 10 to 15 jobs per day, and then I used to get the rejections probably the next week. So that is how I used to get like I cannot tell you the number of rejections because even I don't remember the exactly.
Okay. And do you know the reasons? Did they say, hey, we cannot sponsor because you require sponsorship or because your skill set doesn't match or you don't have enough experience? What was the common reason or some of the reasons?
And there were a couple of reasons. Like first thing is mostly the companies were rejecting because of the sponsorship part, so they weren't able to provide visa sponsorship. Secondly, the skill sets I used to apply only for those jobs which match my skill set, but some subsequently there were some red flags over there also, like which didn't match. So that was like some of the other reasons.
Okay. And when you applied for the job in NHS, so
Yeah.
what was your interview pattern like? Was it like the first telephonic round or video round? Can you talk through your interview process?
Yeah, definitely. So after the shortlisting phase has happened, so had they had given me a online test. So online test for Python, since it was a data engineer, it was for Python and SQL. So two tests were given. So once we cleared that test for the Python and SQL. Then I got a mail that okay, your programming session has been completed, and then we are moving ahead with the candidate. So that was the second step. So after that, I had like three rounds of interview. One was exactly the core programming and core design, or whatever the like data engineering step by step guidance, and how we used to do a live code and all those things was first step. Second step was around like design patterns and everything. So second was that, and third was managerial come, like it was technical and managerial round in both mix, including that. So that was three interviews. It had happened in a day, I guess. So yes, it had happened in a day for around like a couple of hours, and it's done. And after that, I think after maybe a month, I got a success mail,
After 1 month. It,
approximately.
yeah, it means they were also interviewing other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you find technical round easiest compared to what you do in India? Because what I heard from people, they find, especially technical people, they find interview technical back in India harder as compared to in the UK. Did you find it harder or difficult, or you think it was all right?
I think it was all right, not too bad, not too like easy. So it was in a like average pace.
Oh, okay. Okay. Another thing which I want to ask is about customizing of CV. Nowadays, people talk about ATS and customizing your CV all the time. So, when you were applying on the tracks, when you applied for the job, did you customize anything or you uploaded your final master CV that you had?
No, I had customized everything. Like for each job, like whatever skill sets had been asked, if I know that skill set, I used to change the job CVs as per the skill sets and all those as per the job description, as per the JD.
Yeah. And by any chance, did you know about ATS scoring or something like that? Did you check your ATS score before uploading or you
Uh,
just change your skill sets and update?
no, I did not check the ATS score because I had generated my CV on my own, so it was not through some like online site or something. I had written every bits and pieces at that time, so it was like my own CV. So no, I did not do that checks and everything.
Okay. Uh, Given that the job market is so tough now, do you still see NHS hire people directly from India for this roles or any kind of roles? Are you aware of anything?
Right now, NHS is having some like it is not giving any jobs right now for people mostly from abroad because due to some of the like layovers, recessions, and which is happening right now. But I think there are like for these kind couple of roles, like for a data engineer or for a full stack developer. So these kind of roles are there which does sponsorship. Like after me also, there are people who has come on a student route, like not from India, but on a student route has got the sponsorship.
Okay, great. So I am going to encourage all my audience. If you guys are in the UK, say if you are transitioning from student visa to PSW or from PSW you want to transition to skill visa, check out NHS. NHS is not only for doctors or nurses or healthcare staffs. It is more than that. And especially for IT, there are many jobs where you can still get sponsorship if you have the right skill set and experience. Right, Sneha?
Yeah, exactly. That is very true.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to highlight to my audience through your journey of moving from India to UK in terms of your either CV, interview preparation, anything else that will benefit my audience?
Yeah, so one thing is never be like disheartened. Like you would get rejections. So that is one thing which we should be aware because rejections are part of this journey if you're trying to apply from India or from UK anywhere. So second thing is try to work hard on your skills. So the skill sets, whatever you're trying to develop, is really important. Once you polish those, you'll definitely get a job. It's like the way is harder. Once you get it, it'll be easier.
Yeah. UK is a skills based market. So the more skills you have, experience you have, more chances for you to get sponsorship. I got a couple of more questions, Sneha. So when you were in India, did you also approach any agency or did you just apply through your own?
No, actually, I had I had applied through some agencies, but initially, but they were asking for like money, like for the COS and everything. So I did know that it is not true because for COS, no company or like government is not going to ask me money because the organization has to pay. So I did a verification, and later I stopped applying through the agencies, and what I was doing is I was applying on my own.
Okay. So, important note to my audience. Yes, there are a lot of fake agencies back in India who will ask you money and they'll say, we'll give you CUS. Generally, they will charge you 15 to 20,000 pound, depending where you are and what they're asking for. And then they will say, when you move to the UK, you can start your contracting job. You have to find your own job. So, first of all, this is illegal. Never buy COS. Okay. Buying COS is illegal. You have to find job yourself. So, no agency can guarantee that you'll get a job. You have to go through the hard way, like Sneha did, applying for the job, going through your own rejections, learning from it, and then finally landing a job.
Yeah, that's really true.
Sneha, when you applied on not only for NHS but other companies as well, did you also apply with your cover letter?
Yeah, some companies required cover letter, but NHS I did not apply had cover letter. But for some companies which were having a mandatory requirement for cover letter, I did with the cover letter.
Okay. I have a question regarding the interview. So, in India, back in India, at least when I was there, we never used to have that competency based round. Yeah. But here
Mhm.
in the UK, we do have. And then there's a certain pattern how we should answer those questions, which is called STAR technique.
Yeah.
How did you practice yourself? Were you aware of that round, interview round? And did you know how to answer those questions?
Yeah, I knew of this star technique because for my interview in Walmart also I had prepared this way. So star technique, like situation, what is the response and all those things which I should prepare. So I was aware of the star technique.
Okay. Just to my audience, STAR means situation. You have to explain what is a situation, the task which was assigned to you, what was A for action, what was the action you took, and R stands for result. You have to tell the result. This fourth thing is very important to answer. If you can think of any examples or scenarios and answer it in this format, your chances of getting selected will be high. So I was not exposed to it back in India. I was exposed to it only in the UK. And then I took little time to train my brain and myself, how to answer those questions. And I think everyone should be aware that they should prepare themselves using the STAR technique.
Yeah, just to add on to the star technique point, what I remember is always try to give real life experience, like whatever projects you have worked on. So the star technique you should apply to that, like whatever questions have been asked.
Correct. Yes. So, Sneha, you mentioned that you approached the agencies back in India. Did you also approach the agencies in the UK?
No, I did not approach any agencies in UK because I was not physically present and I don't know what is how reliable they were.
Okay. Yeah. So one thing I'm going to say, so at least in the UK, recruitment agencies, they don't charge you money. So if you are in the UK or abroad or back in India, if your profile is good, they still look at your profile and they don't charge you money. They will pitch your profile to the right candidates. I think, Sneha, we have covered almost everything. Just a last question about the cost of your visa. So I'm aware that NHS only issues the COS, and after that, you got to bear the cost of your visa and other bits, right?
Yeah, that is correct. So NHS had bear the cost of the sponsorship COs and the cost of sponsorship, so that was separate. And apart from that, I had to pay IHS fees and with the some payment when you try to apply for a visa. So that payment I had to do on my own. But just one more information: the IHS fees, whatever we are paying, once you get a job, you it would be reimbursed. So that is one another information.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this was, I think, all I wanted to ask in this video. I'm going to remind to my audience, data engineer is a high demand skill. It's a higher skill job as per the government, and they have updated the job codes and everything on 22nd of July. So if you guys are looking for a data engineer job, you can still bring your family, like your dependents. But if you're a data analyst, you cannot bring your dependent for the new applicants. This is very important. People are just not aware of it. And so keep applying for all these roles where there is a demand. And thank you, Sneha. Thank you for coming and sharing your journey with my audience, and all the best to you.
Sure. Thanks, Harika.